Welcome back to Empower Field at Mile High. It's Bronco football as we get set to rejoin the action in quarter number 3. Mevis on to attempt the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. This taken in right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Baron Browning in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Oh, look at the juke. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. Nate Hobbs there to bring him down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
The extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raiders now set to get the football back. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a fifth, barring a conversion here on third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Take it at the 37. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And oh, he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Wilson. He had it open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Fielded at the 20. A good head down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Garoppolo. Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Garoppolo now. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Slant to Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. So off is Garoppolo, and in comes Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3, and it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, standing just outside his own goal line. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you